Hi guys, I'm Syama, Meagher, CEO of Scaling Retail, a retail consulting firm and agency for fashion brands and retailers globally. The second big idea to thrive in retail is reimagining space. Now, those of you guys who've got brick and mortar spaces might have been cursing yourself last year. All these stores are closing down. What's happening with all these retail locations? What's going on with retail in general? But we have an amazing opportunity to reimagine the space that we have. And if you're fortunate enough, and I don't say fortunate enough lightly, I truly mean it. If you're fortunate enough to have a retail space, there are a variety of things that you can be doing in order to activate that customer base. And let's dive a little bit deeper into what those things are. So the first thing is starting to think about things in terms of co-retailing. Now, co-retailing is really this concept of leasing out space within your store and getting brands to buy into that. Co-retailing spaces range anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a month, and you're actually able to have brands pay you, right? Crazy, to be able to have your product in the store. Companies like Flying Solo, Dreams on Air, tons of them are popping up all over New York City, Los Angeles, and if you're in Middle America, you might be one of the first to take this idea to market. So definitely something you want to consider as you re-envision your space strategy. The second thing I think that is so cool about having a space these days is an opportunity to do pop-up shops and shop-in-shops. This means really thinking outside of your current brand and what brands you're currently carrying and moving out into brand adjacencies. What are the other categories that you can bring into your store? Are you health and wellness focused? Can you partner up with a juice bar? Are you thinking about doing things that are more in terms of evening wear and you want to bring in someone who's, cornered the market on shoes and accessories because you mostly focus on ready to wear? It's time that we start to move out of this myopic perspective of me, and tunnel vision and really start to ask ourselves, who are the other brands that we want to stand next to? Who else embodies the core values and leveraging your space in order to tell those little magazine stories? The third thing that is so cool about having retail is it actually gives you a space in order to bring community together. One of our clients opened up a brick and mortar spot in Williamsburg, and we wanted to come out this 2,000 square foot space with something super innovative. So what did? We created a mixed use space. Top floor, front of house, we had a coffee shop. Middle of the store, we had an amazing ready-to-wear section for women's accessories. And back of house, outside in the garden, we had an amazing patio. So you know what? If you wanted to get your coffee and hit and run, you could totally do that. But if you wanted to sit down, hang out with your friends, guess what? You had to walk through our amazingly sorted merchandise on our sales floor. Also, we had downstairs an art gallery. So this way we were able to capitalize on all levels of having space. We no longer were just a retail store in this neighborhood. We actually became a place where people could gather and come together. Now, I'm not suggesting everyone goes ahead and kind of runs ahead and puts a coffee shop in their store, but it's important that we start to think really innovatively about what we can do with space. The other cool thing about space, guys, especially if you're a small retailer, is you have an opportunity to do pop-ups all over the country and internationally. Taking a retail brick and mortar space and finding ways of replicating your brand vision across other cities, geographically targeting your audience, is so cool. And the reason why is because you're not saying, hey, you've got to just come drive traffic to my store, but I will come to you. And tomorrow's consumer wants you to come to them. So start to think a little bit creatively about space. Reimagine what your space can be used for. If you're stuck into a 10-year lease, what actually could be possible if you get these brand partnerships together? Thanks, guys. Bye.